Hello everyone and welcome back to the 26th part tutorial of how to model the island. This is the second time today that I'm trying to make this part of the tutorial, and what happened is that my screen recorder just failed twice to record, and this is really bummer because it was 40 minutes each part every time that I did it, so it was about 40 minutes. I think the first one was more than like an hour, but anyway, it just frustrating. So anyway, what I'm gonna do now is I wanna fix something here before I can continue with this, and I will explain this as well. And let's just do it, okay? I'm gonna right click, choose edge, double click on that edge. Okay, sorry. First of all, I'm gonna press F8, bring it back to object mode, choose face, and I will explain what's the problem here. If I will have a fence here, where exactly where this is, the window, basically I wouldn't be able to open this window, not even to 90 degrees. It just doesn't seem good, doesn't look good. So I'm gonna move this aside a little bit so I will be able to open this windows a little bit more, and without intersecting with that pole that is going to be here with that frame of the window. So what I'm doing, I'm selecting this face and that face, and shift right click, duplicate face, press F8 three times, unselect the house, this remains selected, modify, center pivot, switch this and move this to here. Now I'm gonna right click, choose edge, and basically I don't really want to relocate this edge, but because it's already there, what I will do here is I'm trying to move this, okay, this edge over here to that edge where I put my scroller, okay, and I want to make sure that this edge doesn't moving anything in my mouse right now. So I will just go inside, check this, and if you see that it's part of a wall or something, then don't do anything with it. Don't move it, don't do anything. Just simply leave it there, press F8, and well, at least this is not my case, but I can simply add two more edges. Or, sorry, let's reset the edge loop tool, and I will add one edge here, one edge here. I'm gonna move this one over here on top of that edge, double click on this one and do the same here to that edge. So now I have these uh, edges to help me to get rid of this entire piece of this patio, because I'm just trying to shorten this patio. So I'm gonna delete this, right click here, choose edge, grab this edge, grab this edge. You can switch to selection tool, this edge and that edge, extrude it, switch to move tool, bring this down just about like so. Let's take the target weld tool, right click, choose vertices. I prefer always to use the target weld tool with vertices for some reason, even though that it seems that edges are more easier. Well, uh, let's grab this one. For some reason it doesn't want to stick to that one. I don't know why. Let's stick that. Maybe it's something about the angle. Yeah. Sometimes the camera angle is important in that matters. So with that, now even if I will have a fence here, I can open this window a little bit more than what I could have done with what I had. Anyway, I'm gonna right click, choose face. Let's grab this face here, the corner one. This face is cubic. It's even cube. It means it's scaled the same in each, edge. I'm gonna shift right click, duplicate this one. Press F8 three times. Okay. Control unselect the house. Only this cube remained. Modify center to pivot. Now this is a duplicate face, not an extruct face. Okay. So just be with me here. Now that I'm switching to move tool, the pivot is exactly in the center, and I can click extrude, bring this up a little bit like so, extrude once again. Now you don't want to use the scale tool. You want to tap on one of those cubes, either this axis, or the green one, and then you will see the middle one, grab it and scale it down on the surface. After this done, you can extrude it once more, bring this up or just a little bit up, tap on one of those cubes again, grab the middle one and do something such as this. You can bring this down like so. Okay, now that you've done this, you can extrude this again, move this upwards, and let's say this way it's enough. Okay, I'm gonna press F8, bring it back to object mode, right click, choose edge, grab this edge, control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, grab this edge, press G, right click, choose, well, press F8, sorry, press D, D, and click on that center vertex here. Okay, so the pivot will go there. Right click, choose face, let's grab this face, this face, this face, and this face, and delete. Press F8, bring it back to object mode, switch to move tool, switch to rotation tool, hold down control D to duplicate this, hold down the J key and rotate this. Now you see what happens, it stretches like that. So you want to undo that, control Z. You want to go over your outliner, scroll all the way to where it's highlighted. Here it is. This is going to be a lot of groups inside. You want to expand all the highlighted groups until you will find the last one, which is the poly surface. Middle mouse click, hold and drag all the way to above those groups. Left click to position it there, and then if you're gonna go and press J and try and rotate this, this will rotate and won't stretch. I'm gonna grab both of them, mesh, combine, right click, choose vertices, let's grab these, edit mesh and merge. Make sure it's 0, 0, 1. Okay, gonna press F8, bring it back to object mode, right click, choose, I don't know, for some reason I want to grab these, shift double click this one, shift right click, delete edges, and I will need to bring them back later on, but right now I want to get rid of them. I want to extrude this face, and I just want to have the top a little bit more designed. So I'm going to click here, click extrude, bring it up a little bit, extrude, tap on one of those cubes like so. Okay, extruding a little bit once more, tap on one of those cubes, well, move it a little bit up, sorry, like so. Okay, I'm gonna extrude it once more, tap on one of those cubes, grab the middle one, extrude it like so, extrude it once more, and so on. Okay, you know the game, how it plays, so just do something interesting with these. Okay, and like so. So we have that pole here, and this pole is going to be duplicated all along these. But the thing is that I want to make this as a one solid object. I don't want this to be, separated objects. So what I'm gonna do here is, first of all, I'm gonna take this, control duplicate this, modify center the pivot for it. Something is moving with my menu. I prefer to close this. So I have this duplicated, and I'm gonna do another duplication of it. This one, don't touch it. You will always take duplicates from it, okay? I'm gonna move this one towards here. This is where the end of this video. So I'm gonna hold on the D, click on that vertex there. The orientation is not good. I'm gonna double click here on the move tool, reset the orientation, And this is something that is going to happen again and again. You will have always to, for some reason, to um, you know, reset the orientation there. So even if I'm gonna do a duplicate here, of course this is okay. But I don't know, for some reason sometimes, well, I don't know. You probably won't have to do this again and again. I'm lying. Anyway, I created this one. I'm gonna take this one now, Control D to duplicate this, move it here, right click, choose edge, grab this edge, Control right click, edge ring, utilities to edge ring and split. Press F8 to bring it back to object mode, right click, choose face. Try to grab half cut of this, like so. This is why I grabbed the, created the middle edge. Just take a look at this. You see here, I didn't select this. Maybe here. Well, everything half cut deleted. Press F8. Change the pivot D. Press D and click here on this vertex. You see? Now again, I need to reset the orientation. I don't have to, but I'm gonna double click on the move tool, reset, hold on the V key and snap it to the wall here. I don't want to have a full pole there on the wall, just half of it. I'm gonna duplicate this one, Control D, move this one. I'm gonna rotate this, so switch to rotation tool. Okay, J key to rotate this 90 degrees that way. This one I'm gonna stick it there. So let's move this into position. Hold on the V key, middle mouse click on that circle and snap it to that vertex there. See? That's nice. Okay. Now, this is something that it's a little bit problematic. We have different distances between this one and that one, between this one and that one, between this one and that one, and so on. So, I'm not trying to make, I'm gonna duplicate like this pole all along here for like 3 times or 4 times. Here, something like 3 times. Here, I won't do another pole, and here, I won't do any more poles. So here and there, this is what is important, and you want to have sort of the same distance in between them. So I find that I can add like 3 here and 1 here. I don't know, for some reason I don't really like that to happen that way, but this is what it got me to do. Like, I need to do this. So I don't know. We shall see about that. So let's first of all copy this one, Control D. Let's modify center the pivot. This is the first one. I didn't center the pivot for it, so I always need to center the pivot for it. Okay. So I have this one, and I want to find the center. Okay. But the center just helps me to find out where I need to put the other 2. So if this was the center, I will need to have another one here and another one here. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can just make one here and one here, and then that's good. If you want, you can have 4 of them. One here, one here, one here, and so on. So I don't know. I'm finding like the best way is to grab these 2, go over mesh, combine, grab, right click, choose face. Oh, sorry. And here we go. I already started to make problems. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna undo that. I will have to copy them again. So, sorry. I'm gonna grab this one, shift right click, insert edge loop. I'm gonna add one edge loop here, somewhere here, and one edge loop here. Okay. I'm gonna press F8, bring it back to object mode. Let's get rid of this pole. Let's get rid of this pole. Let's take this one, Control D, duplicate this, and move it here. So I have this one. I'm gonna set this that way, and I'm gonna move this one and delete it, that one and delete it, and that one delete it, this one again. duplicate and put it there. So let's do it quick. I'm gonna bring this one over here. Well, I won't speak now because I just wanna bring everything as it was. Okay. Cool. Like so. Okay, I'm gonna rotate this and stick this one into place. Cool, okay. Now I'm gonna grab all of them at the same time. That way, mash, combine. I'm gonna take this one, choose face. I'm gonna grab this face and that face here. Okay, it has to be the same. Edit mesh, bridge options, edit, reset settings, make sure it's 0 and apply. Okay, right click, choose face. Let's grab that face. Let's grab the face here. You can isolate this if you want. Press G, it will bridge them. Grab this face and then shift double click this face. G, right click, choose face, grab this one and grab this one and press G. Okay, now that we have these, I'm gonna right click here, choose edge, sorry. Right click, choose edge. Let's grab this edge. Control right click, edge ring and titters to edge ring and split. I have one middle edge here. So I want to have another edge here and grab this edge and press G again. So I have one here, and one here. That means that I'm gonna rely on these three edges to put three more poles here. Okay, I don't have a copy, so I will use this. Here, if I will do the same thing, this is where what the distance will be between two poles. You can see it's not the same as this one. Like this one from this one and that one from that one. So I'm gonna try and match this, okay? I'm gonna move this. Well, I'm gonna double click on that edge and move this here. You don't have to slide because it's the same alignment and everything is straight there, so that's good. So I'm trying to match these, like this one and that one. This one, okay? You can duplicate that face and just simply rotate it and try to do this better than what I'm doing now. Now, if I'm gonna try and do the same distance here, what will be is that this one just won't be really where it should be. So you want to take this thing into consideration. And this is why I ain't gonna do this, and I'll simply grab this one, press G, and that one, press G. I will have three poles here. Yeah, that's okay, but I can like I can settle with this and with those that way. Anyway, let's grab this one, make a copy of it, bring this here. Let's take that and I'm gonna move this like so. This is aligned to the same, you know, see the same vertical line, so horizontal line, sorry. So I'll just need to hold on the V key here and use this edge to snap this. See, it's in the center of that edge. Control D to duplicate this, hold on to V key, move this here, and Shift D if you want to make the another copy. Doesn't seem to work. Anyway, it's here. Okay, with that done, I'm gonna duplicate this once more. Hold on the V key. I will try to match this. I can't, so I'm gonna move this over here. Hold down the D key, click on this vertex, press V and snap it here, middle mouse click, hold and drag. You don't need to reset orientation, but that's okay if you do. I'm gonna modify center the pivot for it, and then I will hold down the V key, snap this to this edge, Control D, V, move it here, Control D, V. Now, this is very, very problematic. So I can get rid of this one, and I can move this one a little bit here, and I can move this one a little bit here. Okay? Just find a tune where it feels normal that way. Okay? Or use faces, duplicated faces from the floor, and just make it really equal that way. I don't want to deal with it too much with precising things. So right now I'm going to leave it that way. Now I'm going to grab this, and what I will do here is I'm going to right click, choose face, and this will be a shock for you, but I'm going to grab these faces here and these faces here and delete them. Okay, pressing F8, bring it back to object mode, grabbing this thing with those, these, this, mash combine. I'm gonna come over here. This one doesn't have a face, so I'm gonna get rid of this face. Right click, choose edge, double click on that edge, shift double click on that edge there. See that edge? So there as well, and of course bridge. These are faces. I can deal with them as faces. Edit mesh, bridge, or just press G. Right click, choose face, grab, press G. Here we have face, but at the other side of that we have edge, so let's get rid of that edge. Alright, press G. So that's good, it's connected, it's one solid object, and we can continue. I'm gonna grab these faces now, like so, delete them, press F8, grab these and that one, mash combine. Let's do edit delete history by type, delete by type history. Let's grab that face and delete it. Right click, choose edge, double click on that edge, double click on that edge, edit mesh, bridge. Right click, choose face, let's grab this face, G. Same thing goes here, delete this face, double click on this edge, double click on that edge, press G. Cool, everything is connected. Okay, now this is for the fun part here. I'm gonna shift right click, insert edge loop, and I'm gonna switch here to multiple edge loops, and I'm gonna assign 8 edge loops in between here. So it's either 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, whatever. I prefer here to have 8 or 10. Okay, so 10. Let's do undo. Let's undo that. Let's put 10 and see what it will give me. Yeah, these are acceptable. So I'm gonna use 10 for those. And I will explain why it's 2, 4, 6. I don't know, I call it like equal numbers or something like so. I can here get like 8, 8, 8. And here it will be like 6 and there like 4. Okay, so we shall see. Now the reason I chose those numbers is because whenever you use equal numbers like that, you will have that equal thing here. One without, one within, with, without, with, without, with, without, with, without, with, without. And this goes the same for those and the others. So use equal numbers for those edges. 10, it's the most I think that you can add anyway, so for edge loops at the same time. So yeah, this is the limit, 10. So I'm gonna use this, selecting them. And what I was expecting to get while I was dividing them to 10 is basically to get cubes, somewhat even cubes. They are not really equal in length, like edges are not equal in length here, but it's somewhat cubes and it's better that way. When it was with 8 edges in between, it was really not squares. So this way they are somewhat squares, and we can accept this. So I'm gonna extrude this, click on tap on one of those cubes or click with your mouse and release. Just click and release. Grab the middle one and extrude them all together at once like so. You can't use the scale tool. Don't switch to scale tool. It will only make a mess. You need to use the scale that on this extrusion um, gizmo. So I'm trying to match this as a square, even squares, and when I'm satisfied with it, I'm going to extrude once again. Bring this a little bit down, click extrude, tap on one of those, extrude it like so, extrude it once again, move it down some, extrude it once again, grab this one, tap on one of these, tap on one of those cubes, grab the middle one, extrude it on the surface, extrude it once more, bring it like so, extrude it once again, tap on one of those cubes, lower on the surface, extrude once again, bring it down, extrude it once again, tap on one of those cubes, expand it a little bit back, like open it, move it down some, extrude it, move it down some more, extrude it, and just do the same thing as I'm doing. I mean, like, not the same, but just set your own design for it. It doesn't have to be the same. Just make something interesting so it will look good. And from here, I'm gonna move this all the way down to about so. Hold down the V key, snap it to the floor, height. And by the way, you can do the same over here. It doesn't have to be flat. You can bring them up a little bit. You can even use the same height as this. You see this stair here, this height of this face. Hold on the V key, snap it to that height, extrude it once, tap on one of those cubes, grab the middle one, expand it a little bit like so, move it a little bit like so, and extrude it once more over here. Okay, I'm using the edge of that leg here. So we have these. Now this is really hard to match these to the same design, okay? So what will happen here is a little bit crazy, but we will need to duplicate this and attach those over here. So as much as complicated this will become, you will need to try and match this, and it will be easy, hard for you to extrude those same as those. So you just want to go choose faces. Let's grab all the faces that are here for one of them, like so. Control to unselect these, unselect the top ones. I'm not interested in the top ones, and as a matter of fact, I'm not interested. Well, I do interesting about those. So Shift right click, duplicate face, press F8, bring it back to object mode, Control unselect this, this will remain selected, modify center pivot, and I'm gonna move this one here, okay, like so. So we said we want one to have here, right? So what I will do here is I'm going to use different approach in order to make sure that they are positioned right. So first of all, I'm going to grab this, right click, choose edge. Let's grab this edge, edge ring to this to edge ring and split. This split will help us to position this. And because we have one yes, no, one yes, one no, I'm going to do the same. One no, one yes, one yes, one no, and so on, right? With that, I'm going to continue over here. Like so. Press F8. Let's grab this one. And because this is the center, I'm going to hold on the V key and just point to that. See? That way. Control D, hold on the V key, push it towards the next one. Okay? You can do Shift D after one or twice that you did this. See? Control D, move it here, position it. Control D again, V, position this, Shift D will help you to get the other two. Control D again, move this towards here. Control D again, and then you can do Shift D. Okay, I'm gonna grab this one, Shift right click, insert edge loops. Let's add, as I said, 4 here. Okay, so we will have 2 poles in between, and here I'm gonna do 6. Okay, well, no, I said 8. I said 6, but I will do 8. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so let's see. I have this one. Control D, duplicate this. Control V to put this here. I can't really do this. I will have to create edge here. Well, let's grab this edge. Control right click, edge ring utilities, and edge ring and split. Grab this one G, this one G. Press F8. Let's grab this one. I'm gonna move it here. Hold down the V key. I'm trying to put it the same location where those are. Doesn't seem to respond so well. Okay, so that's good. And then to that edge, Control D to that edge. And this is where I feel like I need more. So I'm gonna undo what I just did. Double click on this one. Shift double click on that one. Shift double click on that one. Shift right click, delete edge. Let's grab all of them. I made 4 here. I need to do something like 6. Okay. So shift right click, insert edge loop. Let's do 6. Right click, choose face. Sorry, right click, choose edge. Grab this edge, control right click. Here, here, and here. Okay. Hold on the V key. Let's position this one. Control D to duplicate this V. And this one V. Cool. I'm gonna grab this one and duplicate this. Control D. Let's move this one over here. I don't like even 8 there. I think like I need 10 there. So I'm gonna get rid of these. See that these are not like even squares, so it's just a huge mess. That way you don't want to get into this. Just shows you, it tells you that it doesn't really going to work that way. So I'm heading 10. That's more alike. Even it's not perfect, but it's better than what we had there. What we add. Adjoin utilities to adjoin split, and then one yes, one no. So here, 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 and there. Press F8. Basically, you don't need those edges later on, so you can remove them, and it will be easier for you to attach them if you like to patch everything into one solid object. But just be aware that you don't really need them later on after you position those poles. Okay, so I have all of those. That's ready. I am gonna patch this now. I'm gonna just hope that this part of the tutorial was recorded well. And right now, again, I ain't gonna patch this, but just be aware that you should go and patch this if you like. So let's save this file, save scene as. I'm gonna call this 28 save as. Do you want to replace this? Yes. And I will see you at the next part. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and bye.